be men and my friends, and fight with might and with main. Then I see that Zeus is minded to vouchsafe victory and great glory to myself, while he will deal destruction upon the Danaans, fools, for having thought of building this weak and worthless wall. It shall not stay my fury. My horses will spring lightly over their trench, and when I am at their ships, forbid not to bring me fire that I may burn them, while I slaughter the Argives, who will be dazed and bewildered by the smoke. Then he cried to his horses, Xanthus and Partagus, and you, Agathon, goodly Lampus, pay me for your keep now, and for all the honey sweet corn with which Andromache, daughter of great Eetion, has fed you, and for the way she has mixed wine and water for you to drink whenever you would. Before doing so, even for me, who am her husband, haste in pursuit, that we may take the shield of Nestor, the fame of which ascends to heaven, for it is of solid gold, arm rods, and in all, that we may strip from the shoulders of Diomed the cuirass which Hephaestus made him. Could we take these two things, the Achaeans would set sail in their ships the selfsame night. Thus did he long, but Queen Hera made high Olympus quake as she shook with rage upon her throne. Then said she, the mighty god of Poseidon, what now, thine ruling lord of the earthquake? Can you find no compassion in the heart for the dying Danaans, who bring you many a welcome offering to Hellas and to Adia? Wish them well, then, if all of us who are with the Danaans were to drive the Trojans back and keep Zeus from helping them, he would have to sit there sulking alone on Ida. King Poseidon was greatly troubled and answered, Hera, rash of tongue, what are you talking about? We other gods must not set ourselves against Zeus, for he is far stronger than we are. Thus did they converse, but the whole space enclosed by the ditch from the ships even to the wall, the scope of horses and warriors who were pent up there by Hector son of Priam. Now that the hand of Zeus was with him, he would even have set fire to the ships burned them, had not Queen Hera put them in the mind of Agamemnon to bestir himself and to encourage the Achaeans. To this end he went round the ships in tents carrying a great purple cloak, and took his hand by the huge black hole of the Odysseus' ship, which was middlemost of all, from this place that his voice would carry farthest, on the one hand towards the tents of Ajax, son of Telamon, on the others towards those of Achilles. For these two heroes, well assured of their own strength, had valorously drawn up their ships at the two ends of the line. From the spot, and with a voice that could be heard afar, he shouted to the Danaans, saying, Argives, shame on you cowardly creatures, brave in semblance only. Where are now our vaunts that we would prove victorious avance? We made it so vaingloriously in Lemnos, when we ate the flesh of horny Canto, filled our mixing bowls to the brim. You vow that you would each of you stand against 100 or 200 men, and now you prove no match even for one, for Hector, who will be ere you long, setting our ships in a blaze. Father Zeus, did you ever so ruin a great king and rob him so utterly of his greatness? Yet when to my sorrow I came in hither, I never let my ship pass your altars without offering the fat and thigh bones of Hyphres upon every one of them, so eager was I to sack the city of Troy. Vouchsafe me then this prayer, suffer us to escape at any rate with our lives, and let none of the Achaeans be so utterly vanquished by the Trojans. Thus did he pray, and Father Zeus readied his tears, vouchsafed him that his people should live and die forthwith. He sent to them an eagle, most unfailingly poured contents of all birds, with a young fawn in its talons. The eagle dropped the fawn by the altar, on which the Achaeans sacrificed to Zeus, the lord of omens. When therefore the people saw that the bird had come from Zeus, they sprang more fiercely upon the Trojans, and fought more boldly. There was no man of all the many Danaans who could then boast that he had driven his horses over the trench and gone forth to fight sooner than the son of Tydeus. Long before anyone else could do so, he slew an armed warrior of the Trojans, Aegelas, the son of Phaedramon. He had turned his horses in flight, but the spear struck him in the back midway between his shoulders and went right through his chest, and his armor rang rattling round him as he fell forward from his chariot. After him came Agamemnon and Menelaus, sons of Atreus, who to Ajax is clothed in valor as with garment, Idomeneus and his companion in arms Meronius, peer of murderous Ares and Eurypylus, the brave son of Eumon. Ninth came Hooker with his bow, and took his place under cover of the shield of Ajax, son of Telamon. When Ajax lifted his shield, Teucer would peer round, and when he had hit anyone in the throng, the man would fall dead. When Teucer would hie back to Ajax as a child to his mother, and again duck down under his shield, which of the Trojans did Rectifer first kill Orsilochus, and then Ormenus, and Ophilistus, Dator, Chromius, and godlike Lycophontis, Amyloipon, son of Polyamon, and Melanippus. All these in turn did he lay low upon the earth, and King Agamemnon was glad when he saw him making havoc of the Trojans of his mighty bow. He went up to him and said, Take man after my own heart, son of Telamon, captain among the host, shoot on, and be at once the saving of the Danaans and glory of your father Telamon, who brought you up and took care of you in his own house when you were a child. Bastard though you were, cover him with glory, though he is far off. I will promise, and I will assuredly perform with aging bearing Zeus and Athena. Grant me to sack the city of Ilium. You shall have the next best need of honor after my own, a tripod, or 2 horses with their chariots, or a woman who shall go up into your bed. And Secure answered, This noble son of Atreus, you need not urge me. From the moment we began to drive them back to Ilium, I have never ceased so far as in me lies to look out for men whom I can shoot and kill. I have shot 8 barbed staffs, and all of them have been buried in the flesh of warlike youths. But this mad dog I cannot hit. As he spoke, he aimed another arrow straight at Hector, for he was bent on hitting him. Nevertheless, he missed him. An arrow hit Priam's brave son of Gorgothion in the breast, as mother fair Hesterineria, lovely as a goddess, had been married from Iasmini, and now he bowed his head as a garden poppy in full bloom when it weighed down by showers in spring. Even thus heavy bowed his head beneath the weight of his helmet. Again he aimed at Hector, for he was longing to hit him. Again his arrow missed, for Apollo turned it aside, but he hit Hector's brave charioteer, Architipolotamus, and his breast by the nipple as he was driving furiously into the fight. The horses swerved aside as he fell headlong from the chariot, and there was no life left in him. Hector was greatly grieved as the loss of his charioteer. For all his sorrow he let him lie where he fell, and bade his brother Cibronius, who had hard by take the reins. Cibronius did as he had said. Hector thereon, with a loud cry, sprang from his chariot to the ground, and seizing a great stone, made straight for Texir, and with intending to kill him. Texir had just taken an arrow from his quiver, and had laid it upon the bowstring, but Hector struck him with a jagged stone as he was taking him, and drawing the string to his shoulder, he hit him just where the collarbone divides the neck from the chest, a very deadly place, and broke the sinew of his arm, so that his wrist was less, and the bow dropped from his hand. As he fell forward on his knees, Ajax saw that his brother had fallen, and running towards him bestrode him, and sheltered him with his shield. Meanwhile his 2 trusty squires, Mesitheus, son of Etius, and Alastor, shore, came up and bore him to the ship's groaning in his great pain. Zeus again put hearts into the Trojans, and they drove the Achaeans to their deep trench with Hector in all his glory at their head, as a hound grips a wild boar or lion in fun or batak when he gives him chase, and watches warily for his wheeling. Even so did Hector follow close upon the Achaeans, ever killing the hindmost as they rushed panic-stricken onwards. When they had fled through the set stakes and trench, and many Achaeans had laid low on the hands of the Trojans, they bolted at their ships, calling upon another and praying every man instantly as they lifted up their hands to the gods. But Hector wheeled his horses this way and that, his eyes glaring like those of Gorgo or murderous Ares. Hera, when she saw them, had pity upon them, and at once said to Athena, "Alas, child of Aegis-bearing Zeus, shall you and I take no more thought for the dying Danaans, though it be the last time we ever do so? See how they perish and come to a bad end before the onset of but a single man. Hector, the son of Priam, rages with intolerable fury, and has already done great mischief." Athena answered, "Would indeed this fellow might die in his own land and fall by the hands of the Achaeans, but my father Zeus is mad with spleen, ever following me, and ever headstrong and unjust. He forgets how often I saved his son when he was worn out by the labors of Eusephinus had laid on him. He would weep till his cry came up to heaven, and then Zeus would send me down to help him. If I had the sense to foresee all this, when Eusephinus sent him to the house of Hades to fetch the hellhound from Erebus, he would never have come back alive out of the deep waters of the river Styx. And now Zeus hates me. Well, he lets Thetis have her way because she kissed his knees and took hold of his beard. When she was begging him to do honor to Achilles, I shall know what to do next time.